Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm having a lovely little play and I'm using Let's Resin products. So we're going to be using our lovely UV resin, which I absolutely love, which is the clear hard type. There's no mixing, it's fast curing, it's low odor and crystal clear. Although it says low odor, which it is, make sure you have your windows open and you're protected. You can wear a mask and you must wear gloves as well. So that's with any resins. And I'm also using my fab, it's the UV, it's the advanced lamp, and it is brilliant. It's the one which comes apart like that, so it cures the top and the bottom. And this is just a little plate which you can pop inside. Now, if using this lamp, you can use them separately, or you use them together. So when you popped it on, you click it, you get the light from the top and the bottom, so it cures from top and bottom. So you've got 2 minute, 3 minute and 5 minute. Now obviously you can also take it like that and use it, and just use half if you want to just do a quick cure like that. So when you use it, it's got these little magnets on here, like this side and this side. These have got little pins and this side is flat, and same on this side. You've got 2 little pins there and 2 flat, so they go on the opposite sides, and you must make sure that they connect, and then that will make sure that the bottom and the top work. So they do roll over like that. So when you're storing it, roll it over, but when you open it, roll it back again and click it, and that will make it work. So I know a few people have had a few problems of getting that, but that's the reason why it's probably not working. So anyway, this is what I have been making, and this is what I'm going to show you today. Oopsie daisy. I'm making some little, this actually I've made into a necklace, but I'm making some sort of like dingly dangly things to go into my journals or hang off to make embellishments for my journals, and these are just beautiful. So this one I've hung on a necklace because I think it's lovely. Now I am going to be dipping in chain into UV resin. Look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? Now you could make that into a ring if you wanted to, but these are just to make little sort of like jump ringy things to hang things off, like I've done on this one. Can you see I've joined 2 together? I've got a bit of chain on there, and I've got lobster claw clasp, and that just dangles down, and I just love them. And this one here, I've got a little bit of this is like the crystal rhinestone chain, and all I've done, I've dipped it in the resin, made a little loop, and then I popped another nice big crystal inside and hung that off a lobster claw clasp as well. Attached a little jump ring, but again that would make beautiful earrings or a necklace, so all sorts of different ideas. This one I've got the chain on the outside, and then I've just got some little rhinestones inside, again on there, little gem, and I've attached the jump ring. But I'm just loving them, and these I just love. Look at these, just fab. So you can just hang anything off those, like I've done on this one. I've just put a jump ring either end, so that's loose, so you can just use it as like a link, like a big sort of like jump ring, can't you? So it just looks fabulous. I love them. So let's just pop those up there out of the way. I'm going to be using this mold just to use, because it's silicone on the bottom, just to use, make sure this it's nice so it doesn't stick on there. So I'm just going to pop my gloves on for a second. Okay, so I've got my gloves on, and I've just tipped a little bit of the UV resin into one of my little silicone jugs. So what I'm going to do, I've got my tweezers here, so let's do a little bit of, so this is a little bit of chain. In here I've got all sorts of bits. I've got chain, I've got little bits of pearls, I've got little pearl, flat back pearls, some little rhinestones, I've got some bigger ones on here with a rhinestone, and this is beautiful. This is like AB chain, but it's just really pretty. Let's use a little bit of this. So all as I'm doing, I'm taking the chain and I'm dipping it into the resin, just so it's all coated. Now I'm going to just take that out and just let that drip off a little bit, just like that. and I'm going to pop it on to the little bit of silicone like that. So this has got lots on it. It's got lots of resin on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take that off. Try and get rid of some of that resin. Let's go into this little one here. And then you don't have lots of resin hanging around on the outside. I don't mind it on the inside because I'm going to pop a crystal in there. But you see, just pop it into the right shape. There's a little circle. Can you see that? Do we need to go a bit closer? There we go. So hopefully you can see that a little bit better. So that's in there like that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this rhinestone, which is a big one. I'm going to just dip it into, oh, I've got another rhinestone there. Just dip it into a little bit of that resin that's left over and pop that in there. Actually, I'm going to dip it into this one because I don't think there's quite enough resin. Just pop that on there. Look at that. Perfect. I've got a little gem there. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little jump ring here. This one. Let's just get... I've got these little jump rings in this little pot here. So let's just take those. Let me just wipe this off. I'm going to take one of the jump rings. I'm going to just dip that into the resin. Just a little bit. And pop that down on there. Right, now I'm going to get a toothpick. Just so I can just blop a little bit of resin on the top. Just to hold that jump ring on a little bit better. There we go, because we don't want that falling off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this. Is that round? I don't want to get my head over the top of this. I think that's pretty round, isn't it? Right, I'm going to pop that into our little lamp here. Let me just go out a little bit. There we go. So I've got my lamp. I'm going to pick this up, just pop that in there like that, and then give that, is that level? Yes, that looks okay. Actually, I'm going to just give that little poke just over a little bit like that. Not too worried because I can get the resin out of the little jump ring. Not happy. Let me just, there we go. I think that should be okay. Okay, let's pop that in there. I'm going to pop that in there just for 2 minutes and then I will turn that over. Okay, I think that's probably done. Look at that. I love that. Just look beautiful, don't they? Can you see that? Make sure it's focused, but I'll do a close-up of them afterwards. But how simple is that? And I just think they look absolutely gorgeous. Perfect. Now what I think I would probably do, just add a little bit more resin on the top of that afterwards, but I'll make a couple more first. Now what I was thinking of, now I've got to just, I've only put a little bit of resin in here because else obviously it's going to, I've got one that's a little bit bigger. I'm just hoping I've got it the right size and it will go around the other one, if you know what I mean. I'll show you in a sec. Let's take this out. So this only uses a tiny bit of resin. Let's just pop that on this one just to get rid of some of the excess resin on there. Pop in here. Let's go make a little circle. What do you think? That's sort of a circle, isn't it? What do you think this is going to be? Just looks so lovely and blingy, doesn't it? Let's take a little bit of that resin off. Pop this around. I think I've got about 15 little stones on the inner one. Don't know whether this one is going to fit, but we need to make sure that the stones are facing upwards. Oh, look at that. Oh, that was a good guess, wasn't it? So there's 15 little rhinestones on there, and I think, let me count, 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 on the one that goes around the outside. I'm not quite sure. I think these are like 2mm rhinestones. Chain. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look fab? I do like that. Now, I've got a little silicone mat underneath all of this. Look, it goes quite thick. It's quite warm in my room here. It's starting to look a little bit more like summer here, which is nice. Now I've got some big rhinestones in here. Let me just take one out. Oopsie. Plop that in there. Oh, look at that. This would make a beautiful necklace. Okay, shall we pop a jump ring on? Let's just pop a little bit of this on there. Take a little jump ring and pop that on there, like that. Can you see that? Do I need to go in a little bit closer for you so you can have a look? There we go. Can you see that? I think that's sort of straight, isn't it? Or round, should I say. There we go. Okay, what I'm going to do before I set that one, I'm going to dip a little bit of chain. This is just chain. You can use any sort of chain, but I mean, if you've got some broken jewellery, this is perfect to do. Just dip into resin. Right, I'm going to just take that out. This resin is going a bit sticky already. Get rid of some of the resin, because the little links actually hold quite a lot of resin. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to have to use my tweezers, I think. Can you see what I'm doing? I think so, can't you? Let's go onto this one. I'm going to just make like a little loop, like I made sort of on this one here, like that. Like a little sort of teardrop, like that. You could spend some time and just sort of like make sure that it's all looking good, like that. So that looks good. Now I'm going to just, for this sort of set, so I want a little bit in the middle. It's going to be gloopy now. Pop these bits in. Then we can pop some rhinestones and some pearls in this one, I think. There we go. Let's see. Pop it around at this side. Again, you can do any shape, can't you? What do I want? Let's get some little. I've got a little picky up tool here. I'm going to pop a few little pearls in there. Where else have I got? Some little rhinestones. Pop in there. Got a little variety of sort of sizes as well, which I think looks nice. Should we have a big one? There's a couple of rhinestones there. Oopsie daisy. That one's gone upside down. There we are. Just pop them in. Oops. Go, let's add another little something in there. Don't have to fill it all up, but just pop them in. If you've got other colour rhinestones, you can put those in, if I can actually say the word. in. Do with some tiny little pearls actually, couldn't I? Alright, we'll pop a few rhinestones. Let's have a big one at the top. Don't think I've got any. Oh yeah, there is. I didn't think there was any resin up there, but I do believe there is. Okay. What do you think? Oh, I don't want to do it with a pencil, do I? Let's come down. So again, just fill it up with all sorts of things. Whatever you've got to go in there. I think they all look really, really lovely. Now I'm going to pop a jump ring at the top. Like that. Do you think I can dip it into this one? Whoops. Not all the way in. Pop that down. Always just get rid of the resin afterwards, that's not a problem. Take a little bit of this, plop it on top, and then I'm going to get a little rhinestone and pop that just between the chain and the jump ring. Gosh, it's a bit gloopy. I think that looks okay. Okay, let's just pop that underneath. Maybe I need a little bit. Oops, this has gone quite thick too. A little bit more on there. Okay, I'm going to pop this under there, and then I'm just going to clean up that little bit of resin there. So pop it into our little lamp here. Turn that on, pop that underneath. And I'm going to pop that in there for 3 minutes, and I'm just going to tidy this little bit of mess up. Okay, so these are done now, I hope. Let's see. That's perfect. Look at that. Oh, love it. Doesn't that look lovely? That would make a beautiful necklace. And then we've got this one. Do with a little bit of a tidy up, I think. So we'd probably need to just get my little scissors, not these really, just cut the little bits of resin off. But look at that, that looks just fab, doesn't it? These for little journal embellishments are beautiful, but I think this one would make a lovely necklace. You could probably put, maybe you could put a little bit of resin on the back just to make sure it's nice and safe. I do like these ones, I love them. Right, let's take these little bits out, throw them away. Shall I make another one? Let me just get a little bit of tape just to get rid of some of these resiny bits in here that you don't need. I could do with a bit of a smaller resin silicone matte actually, instead of using these, but these are good. These are okay. Right, oh, I need a little bit more. I popped that under the lamp as well to get rid of some of the resin. Let's just take a little bit, oopsie, of this out. I'm going to use, it's got a little bit of a little thing to, you know, pop out like that. That down. I'm just going to pop a little bit in there. We don't need a lot. Look at that, just a tiny bit. Oops, big mess there. Pop that lid back on. Wipe that up. Okay. Right, so a little bit there. Let's have a go at another one, but I do like these. I'm loving these little ones like this. So let's see if we can make a different shape. Let's take a, should we take that in there? Should we have a pearl? Should we pop a pearl down? What do you reckon? Let's mix this up in there. This is fab. Yeah, this is absolutely perfect for broken jewellery, isn't it? Let's pop that around. I think maybe I should have, I think that's too much resin on there. Right, oopsie daisy. Let's go into this one. Get rid of some of that on there. It looks left quite a bit of resin around there. I did this sort of style actually. I sewed them on this. I sewed the rhinestones on with a pearl on there, which looks nice. Oh, I like that. What are we going to do with this bit though? Let's just take this off. Get rid of some of that resin. So you only need a tiny bit of resin on these. What should we do with this? Pop it up like that? Do you reckon? Just sort of make it up as we go along. Oh, I like that. That's nice, isn't it? What do you think? I think I could put a little pearl in there. I probably need to dip it into, whoops, dip it into some resin. Not going to be able to pick it up now. Gosh. Not the easiest things to handle, are they? I haven't got the best pair of tweezers. Let's just, oh my gosh, turn over, there we go. Okay, what do you think? Push that up a tiny bit. Oh, I'm liking this one. Okay, that looks good, doesn't it? What I might do, I won't put the jump ring on, let's just take a little bit of this. Just pop that around. I'll cure this and then I'll add the jump ring. Have we got enough on there? That looks sort of level. I think so. Oh, I like this style. Shall I fill all of that up with resin, do you think? Let's take a little bit of this. Yeah, I think I'll fill that all up. Make it a little bit stronger, I think. Pop that up. Oh, I like it. Okay, let me just pop that. Or should we make something else with the rest of the resin that we've got? I hope that's not too sort of full. What else can we do? Another little bit of chain there. It's got a broken link. We don't want that broken link, do we? Take that off. Okay, let's dip it in this resin. Don't want to waste anything, do we? Okay. This isn't very big, but I think we can have a little sort of, oops, we can get the end. Little spiral. I don't think it's quite big enough for a spiral. So maybe we'll have, maybe I'll pop this little one in there. If I can pick it up. Do you think that will fit? Oopsie daisy. Oh, let's stick you in there. Let's go on to this one because there's more resin in here. We'll have a little diamante there. Oh, look at that, that just fits. Look, I've got a little tiny diamante. Let's pop that Let's pop that there, because that's where there's a little broken link on there. Now it's stuck. Gosh. Pop that like that. Look. What do you think? I think that looks okay. A little bit of resin. Just so that stays on. Gosh, these are going to look great in my journals. I'm making a journal and it's going to be a eclectic type of one, so I think these will work perfect. I think that's enough. I can add other things to it when I've cured it, can't I? So let me just pop this in our little lamp like that. I'm going to pop those in there for 3 minutes and then I will be back. Okay, so these have just, the light's just gone off, so I think these should be done. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love that. I will give a close-up at the end because they're not easy to see, are they? Oh, I love it. We could have that either way, really, couldn't you? I think I've got a tiny little bubble in there. Oh, I like it. Oh, let me just pop those back. I'm going to pop a little jump ring on these. I added the last bit of chain that I've got in here before it gets too sticky, so I'm just going to quickly do this one as well. Let's just pop that. It's going a bit sticky on here, so I'm going to pop it in this one. What should we do with this? Oh, we could have like a little teardrop on this one, couldn't we? Oh, that's quite nice. Oh, and then I could put a little jump ring there. What do you think? That's lovely, isn't it? Oh, I could actually pop another little rhinestone. Let's get one of these. Oops. That's a bigger one. I'm going to dip it into the resin here. I really love this resin. The UV resin is fab. Oh, look at that. Let's sort of pop on a little sort of a diagonal, shall we? Put that on. I think so. Just, there we go. This is very gloopy now. Pop a little bit more resin on there just to hold that in. Yeah, I think I might need a little bit. Let's just get a, put that on there. We don't want that. We don't want the goopy bits, do we? I'm gonna pop a little bit at the top because I need a jump ring. Whether there's going to be enough in here, I don't know. Maybe I'll get the jump ring and dip them in. Oh look, I've got these. That will look better, won't it? This is going to look better. It needs to just close this up a little bit. A little bit more. I didn't do a very good job of that. Just close those up. That's better. Oops. Turn that round. Let's just dip that in there. Hopefully that should be enough resin. I can always drill through that resin, make a little hole, because I think I've filled up the little jump ring there. Do you think? Let's just wipe these off. Do you think I should have a antique jump ring on this one? do, couldn't we, instead of silver? Might look quite nice. Oops, my gloves are a bit sticky to do this. Okay, let's see if I can dip this in the last bit of resin. Just pop that down there like that. I think that will work. Look at that one. I do like this one here, but I think we need a silver jump ring for this one. Is that quite flat? That's quite flat, isn't it? Let's just dip that in there. What do you think? Sure, I think I might have to add a little bit more. Let's just take a little bit of the white. Just pop, because this is quite transparent, it's not white. Instead of me opening up the resin. These are the lovely little coloured ones, which are really lovely. Let's just pop a little bit of that on there. And on this one, which I think I probably have moved. There we go. Let's pop those under there, and then I will clean up, take my gloves off, and we can see what we've done. So I will cure those. I'm going to pop those under there for 3 minutes, and then we will come back. Okay, perfect. So these, I think, are cured now with the little hoopy loop on there. We've got this little one. I've been a bit generous with the resin because I've filled up the hole, but I can just drill that out. That's not a problem, but I'm loving that one. Look at that. Oopsie daisy. Hope you can see these. Don't know whether that's gonna be blurry or not, but I'll do a close-up in a minute. But they are fabulous. I like this one, really like that one. But how lovely. So you can make these into little earrings, you can make them into necklaces, you can make them dingly danglies off journals, which is what I'm going to be doing. But I love these are gorgeous as well. So simple and so easy to do, and it's a good idea if you're making a bigger project and you've got some resin left over. This is a great way to use up your little leftover bits as well, isn't it? So you're not wasting anything, but I'm loving them. So these are just going to be little loops to hang. Pop a little jump ring over there, just like I've done this. And then they can be little dingly danglies. So there we go, guys. A nice, quick, easy one. I've used the, these are little molds from Let's Resin, which come with lots of the kits. I've used this fantastic lamp. I'll pop a link to that below because I just love it. And then I have used the UV clear hard type resin, but again, make sure you have ventilation in your room, whatever resin you're using. It's very important, and to use gloves. And I've also used the coloured UV resin as well. So didn't get the chance to use all my lovely little flakes today, so I kept it a little bit cleaner, but loving these. So thank you so much for joining me. Please stay safe, take care, have a little play, and I will see you soon. All right, guys, bye bye.